Routine every homeowner should have is cleaning the lint out of their dryer at least once a year. And if you did it a couple times a year, it's actually better. Lint is highly flammable, and there's actually thousands of lint fires every year. So an excellent tool you can get at your hardware store is this Lint Eater system for removing lint. And whether you have a very short distance to the outside, or in this situation, we have about 12 feet to 14 feet to the outside of the house. So I'm going to show you how we'll do it with a long distance like this. And what's nice about this system is you have multiple adapters, whether you're using the dryer itself to help push out the lint as we break it loose. We also have adapters for a shop vac, which we're going to use in this situation. It comes with this 4-inch lint brush that's going to push out the whole duct and get rid of all that lint. And then it also has an extra brush that we can clean underneath, behind the unit itself, and also in the lint collector inside the unit. So just a really nice system, and I'll show you the steps if you have a long distance to clean. So your dryer is either going to have solid, rigid ductwork, or you're going to have flexible. And in this case, we have a flexible vent, and we also have a flexible gas line. So first step is we're going to pull the unit out so that we can get to the duct. Now that I pulled the dryer back, you want to make sure you don't pull it back so far that you put pressure on your gas line. And we're going to disconnect the vent from the main going into the wall here. And in most cases, you're going to have a hose clamp that you're going to need a screwdriver to loosen. In this case, it just has a squeeze clamp, and we're going to remove this, and then we're also going to remove it from the dryer itself. And now you can see the buildup of lint here. We'll clean this separately with our tool. And now we're going to, in this case, I'm going to hook up this adapter. And this comes in the kit, and then we're going to put our shop vac right into this, and then as we clean, as we push the lint from the outside toward the shop vac, it's going to suck everything out for us. So just a very convenient little accessory here. So I just pushed in my shop vac hose to this adapter, and now we'll take the Lint Eater outside, and we're going to push the lint and clean the ductwork from the outside towards the vacuum. So now I'm going to start connecting the flexible tubes, and they're fantastic. They'll take a bend real nice in your ductwork depending on how you have it set up. And we're going to connect the brush onto the end of the first flexible rod, and then there's a set screw. It comes with a tool to tighten it down. You've got a little Allen wrench, and once this is tightened in place, we're going to connect the first two tubes together, and we're just going to turn them clockwise. We're going to use 2 pliers, and we're going to just snug it down, and then we're going to put just a little piece of electrical tape over this to hold it together. And we're going to be using a cordless drill, and you want to have a drill with a clutch on it. You want to keep it about in the middle of the clutch. And then always keep it in a forward or a clockwise direction. You never want to have it in reverse because it can actually loosen these connections. So you always want it in a forward or clockwise motion when you're using the drill. When you're pushing in or pulling it out, always clockwise. So we'll start with this, we'll start pushing it in, and then we'll add rods as we need it. So the vent on the outside has these louvered vents, and what we're going to do is remove these. And so just flex them in the center, gently like that. You don't want to disturb the tips of these, and we're just going to remove them so that we can gain access. And I'm going to line them up exactly how I took them off from top to bottom, and now you can see the amount of lint that's built up in here. And again, highly flammable, causes thousands of fires a year. So we're going to start from here, and we're going to insert our brush and start pushing everything towards the vacuum inside the house. We'll turn the vacuum on and start pushing in our Lint Eater. So as I work forward, now I will disconnect this, and we'll add another rod to it, and we'll just keep working our way through. And what's nice too is you can buy additional rods. If you have a longer distance than 12 feet, you can buy a kit with 4 more rods. And what's great is the shape of that brush, it's actually self-propelling, so you can feel it draw itself forward. So it's really a nice design. So we're going to add another one to this, and we're just going to keep working until we get to the end. So I pulled it out, and you can see how much lint was inside here. So again, just a fantastic tool, this Lint Eater. If you have a duct like this that's, has quite a distance to it, we're probably looking at about 14 feet or so, and I can't think of any other way easily to be able to clean this. So just a great tool to protect your family. And also, when you clean out this lint, it's going to be much more efficient. Your clothes are going to dry better. Just a fantastic tool, something you should definitely use once or twice a year. Now that we have the outside finished, we'll just take this with one rod on it, and by hand, we can knock out all the lint inside the flexible duct. And now all we have to do is just put it all back together.